everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. How is everybody today? So I have this Inspo set. I'm just showing you my Vita Bella practice hand. I'll show a little bit more of her later. Love her. This is the set I'm using for Inspo, Vanessa Nails. If you don't know, go see, and if you know, you know. I get a lot of inspo from her just as far as technique, but this is an actual recreation, or my version, my version of it. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. It's about 5 in the morning on Sunday, and I realized, oh my gosh, I have videos done but not voiceovered to post for you guys today. So hopefully I get this done and out. It is storming here, so we have some rain, thunder, lightning. Hopefully I'll be able to get through this voiceover. Vanessa's inside sleeping, so I have to do this outside. Anyway, look at that. I didn't even realize, because of the powder on the jar, excuse me, how low I was on this, because like from the outside it looks like it's full. Yeah, so that was a little heartbreaking. Okay, so what I have going on here is I grabbed 3 glitters because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and I thought I initially wanted to use the one on the left because that's more like Vanessa's, what she's used in her inspo, but I liked the way the middle one looked, and I've been wanting to use that Kairose one that I had on the right. I just love it, but it wasn't going with this set in particular, so I glued on these VBP tips. I've really been feeling coughing lately, and I'm just blending them a little bit with my sanding band. I'm still wearing my curved purple set as of this video, obviously. And after this, I believe I took them off. So I'm just going to snip the, not even the number, just the curved part of the free edge of the tips, just to square them off and file them a little bit. And I've been trying to get a new one of those, that red dust brush that you see there. It's not a dust brush. It's called an ombre brush from NOTPOLISH. I've had it for almost 5 years, and I use it every single time I do a set. When I do my own nails, when I do clients, I have not doing clients now, but when I did, and every set for content or pop-off set I do, I use it. It's the best dust brush because it's just the right size, just the right stiffness. It gets in all the crevices. And I have the other like fluffier dust brushes, but they just don't do the trick. And I'm afraid that, I don't know, I always just like to have a spare of things, and they don't sell them anymore. So anyway, I'm doing an acrylic Frenchie or a false nail bed or whatever you'd like to call it with this gorgeous light colored nude. I wanted to use a light nude so it would set off the purple. And I have better luck doing acrylic Frenchies when I start from the cuticle. So just so you guys know, there's no way you have to do this. You don't have to start with the bead like where I'm working at now here, the smile line. You don't have to start with the smile line and build up toward the cuticle. You can also start at the cuticle and build it down if that's easier for you. For me, it is. After I am done doing an acrylic Frenchie, well, after they're dry, I always take them out and shape them, and then I try to keep my application around the edges, around the smile line, really neat, so all I have to do is kind of like a light buff to get off any acrylic I might have gotten on it. So I will show you guys that as well. And I keep in some of my struggles with my 3D flower and with my... I didn't realize I was having the struggle till I was watching this back, and I was like, oh my gosh, you didn't even... like, you did that all wrong. Which I will show you guys, of course. So, excuse me, I have a hard time swallowing, you guys. It's part of this hernia thing I have. So if you notice me just completely stop talking, I'm trying to swallow. I'm sorry. I'll try to pause and cut those out. But, yeah, I guess I can talk about that. Let's see. So, I've been trying to get that solved. And I haven't been able to have surgery because of the blood clot they found in my leg because I'm on blood thinners. So I had to wait for 3 months or something. I think it was 3 months. To see how the blood thinners were working before I could get cleared for surgery, to go back to the doctor that I had been seeing, who gave me the CT scan, who is going to fix the hernia. Well, the reason I have a hernia is because I have a fungiplication stomach wrap for GERD that I got like 15 years ago that has hemorrhaged. So that also has to be repaired. So I didn't realize how much of a major surgery it was. I thought he was just going to fix the hernia. So when I went to him last week to be like, okay, let's get this thing rolling, the blood clot's under control, we figured out how I can have the surgery, let's do this, so I can get back to Arizona. I want to see the grandkids, and I can't fly with blood clots. Excuse my camera mount here, you guys. I have moved it yet again. I also got a new lamp. Anyway, I will show you guys all that another time. So, I make an appointment. I go to his office. First thing he says to me when he comes in the room is, I have bad news for you. And I haven't seen him since I did my CT scan, so I just assume he's going to tell me that the hernia is worse than it is, or whatever. I figure the bad news has to do with my test results. Instead, he says, I can't perform your surgery. So that means I'm back to less than square one. That's what that means. By the way, on the screen here, this is what I was letting you guys know. I'm going to shape and crisp up my Frenchies. First, I do it with an e-file to get all my edges and like any debulking that needs to be done, and then I will go in with a hand file also and really, really crisp it up. So he says I can't perform the surgery, and I'm like, why? Because you can't? And he's like, well, this hospital here is too small. We don't have the ICU staff. You're going to need to be in ICU a couple of days after the surgery. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't even, like, what? And I know that I've been miserable and not been able to eat and sleep, for years, literally, and there's just a lot I probably don't mention here, but it's a lot that I've been going through with this, and I'm just kind of used to it as my way of life now, that because I've had to be, because other health problems keep coming up that prevent me from solving this one. Anyway, finally on the cusp of being able to get this solved, and he says, I can't be your surgeon. We don't have the anesthesiologist, we don't have the staff, you're going to have to find another surgeon. So I'm back to square one with that. So I go see my doctor about my primary care on the 18th, and I'm just going to get a referral from her, so we might have to go to Little Rock. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can just go to El Dorado, which is 45 minutes away instead of an hour and a half away for this, to get this surgery done. And I hope she clears me for surgery. So that's what's that. Why did I start talking about that? Yeah, so I think I was just updating you guys on life. So you guys, let me know. We have the boat ready to go. We were gonna put her in the water today, but it's storming. So I don't know when Vanessa gets up in an hour. I guess if it quits raining, we'll go. But the thing is we've been waiting for the water to go down because the Washita and every other river around here has been so flooded out you can't even see the boat ramps. There's no boat ramp to put your boat in because it's flooded out. We have done some exploring and gone around to see where can we get the boat in a lake, in a river, or whatever. We did find one place, and we went to do it, and a tree had fallen in the road, so we couldn't get through because it keeps storming, and it's storming again today. So as long as it doesn't storm major for a couple of days and the water line goes up again, I don't know. I don't know if we'll get it in today, but really looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting some videos for you guys. But do you guys want videos of yesterday or the day before? Here's how the Frenchie's looking, by the way, after I shape it. I'm gonna go, here's where I messed up. See how I'm gonna outline this Frenchie with the darkest purple, and then I'm gonna do a color block under it, which is one of Vanessa's key moves that I absolutely love, by the way. I love the way it looks. So I do the color block and make a straight line underneath this French with the purple. So to keep that line, I should have gone in with white for my marble, but I go in with purple and completely get rid of the color block I just did. And then on the other Frenchie, I forget to do the color block. I do a marble all the way up. And only looking back at this do I realize my mistake. The nails turned out beautiful, but you'll be seeing this type of Frenchie from me again sometime soon because I just love this look and I did not complete it here. Also, our sunflowers are blooming. They're so big and so heavy. They're drooping all the way from the plant. The biggest one is 7 foot tall, bigger than a dinner plate, absolutely huge. But what I didn't know is that I know I'm jumping around from subject to subject, but I'm just catching you guys up, okay? What I didn't know is there are many, many kinds of sunflowers. There are small, really bright yellow ones. There are the traditional huge ones that have that are like an orange. They're yellow but have like the orangey fall color yellow. I thought they bloomed in the fall, not the summer. You know, because I'm from Arizona, we don't have flowers. You know, we have shrubs and cactus. We got I can tell you when the allergy season is, and when the mesquite is blooming, and when the night cactus, the night flowers are blooming. Like, I know all that, but I don't know about things that just grow naturally in dirt, you know, or what season things grow in, because there is no season in Arizona but hot. So anyway, learning a lot living here. Our garden's really good. We've got cucumbers that we've already picked and ate. They're delicious. Huge stalks of corn are coming up. Okra that needs to be picked like tomorrow. Bell peppers just getting huger by the day. Just so cool. The tomatoes. Anyway, sunflowers are just giving me so much inspo, and I have to do a sunflower set. So that is definitely coming up for you. I haven't done it yet, but that's definitely coming up. And I wanted to know, here's what brought me to all of these topics. Is, do you guys want footage? Like, for example, yesterday when we were scouting out a place to put the boat in, we didn't have the boat. We were just driving around looking for where can we put the boat in. I came across, we saw bald eagles. We found a river that's absolutely incredible, so beautiful. The just quick 30-second videos that I could show you guys of the scenery around here. I know you guys have enjoyed that previously. Do you want me to slide that in the video when we get on the boat and we're going down the river and seeing beautiful stuff? Like I said, bald eagles, turtles, crazy snakes, all of that. You guys still want that in the video? That's number one. And number two, when I started deciding to recreate, see right here, that bead should have been white. I just ruined that whole color block I just did. Didn't even notice it when I was doing the set. I immediately realized I needed more white, and then did the other marble with too much purple also. So I finally get the marble right on the pinky, by the way. Anyway, the set came out good, but you guys will see my trial and error, etc., as usual. So, what I did this time, now typically I start the video by showing you some swatch sticks of a design I want to do, or so basically my creative process. I don't show you the process, I just show you the look I'm going for. Well, while I have been trying to create sunflowers as realistically as possible, so I picked a couple of the really large ones that are more orangey, like a traditional sunflower, versus some of the other ones Vanessa planted that are literally purple, fuchsia, bright yellow with no orangey tone to them, and different centers. Some of them have a maroon center instead of the brown, the traditional brown, speckled center. I'm standing in my garden looking at so many different types that I didn't even know there were, trying to decide what color sunflower to do. And I went with traditional, but as I'm looking at the traditional one, and after I picked it and I'm looking at its leaves and the color and the shape and just all of that, I start trying to be hyper realistic with it when it's just a 3D flower. Okay, so my point is, do you guys want to see that creative process? Do you want me to leave in, because I did record it this time, do you want me to leave in my color swatching, my trial and errors, my making the sunflower yellow and deciding to change it to orange, and all that? Do you guys want to see that? Because I did record it this time. Let me know. And let me know about the local scenery and that kind of thing, because I do have that footage. I have footage of this adorable little old man turtle walking down the road. Cutest thing. So yeah, let me know. Alright, so other things going on. Number one, who's watching the Karen Reed trial? Holy smokes. Who's keeping up with the Diddy trial? Holy smokes. Who's keeping up with Lori Vallow Daybell? Holy smokes. Just train wrecks, craziness. Wow. Great entertainment when it's not entertainment, it's someone's life, or there's victims, and just wow. Wow, wow, wow. With Diddy, I'll say he's an animal, and it's absolutely insane to learn what someone has been getting away with for so many years and so many victims, and he's an absolute predator. And I don't wish ill on people, but he's got the judgment coming, man. I mean, just wow, in every sense of the word. I don't know, you guys. I used to hate working with glitter because of this. And I do get frustrated. Do you see the mess on my table? Just looking at it drives me nuts. Anyway, Lori Vallow Daybell, absolute narcissist. Holy moly, sicko. Something is seriously wrong in her head. And the Karen Reed trial. I just, for the record, if any of you guys are watching that, my feelings on that is I don't know if she's actually innocent. She may have had an accident. She may have hit him. I don't know. But there is definitely some covering up going on, and lying cops, lying investigators, state troopers. I mean, because when someone does come on that's telling the truth, you're like, okay, this makes sense. The rest of this does not make any sense. Those are dog bites. Like, what? Like, all of it is just crazy. If you know, you know. If you don't know and you want to know, I mean, I'm very well versed in it. I love it. This is me saying, my area is clean now. I just couldn't do that anymore. And I have to go in with more glitter. But I will stop. I found a little something in my brush here. I will stop even though I'm doing more glitter and completely clean my table and start fresh. Because I just can't. It's just, oh my gosh, so messy. Right, so just to catch up with you guys, that's what I do. I listen to, like I've mentioned before, true crime. I keep up with those cases on the daily, like when I'm doing nails and cleaning the house and laundry or whatever else I'm doing. But I want to mention, when we bought this house, of course we had an inspection. And as soon as we were here with the inspector, Vanessa and the inspector both immediately noticed, like when they got up in the attic and the rafters, wait a minute, this house was disclosed as being built in 1997, but we are seeing 70s construction. Like, all this stuff, like the original wiring is 70s. The original this is 70s. The original, like, footers and things like that, that if you know, you know, you can tell. But the owners disclosed to us that it was built in the 90s. When we tried to insure the house, Allstate told us that is a tear down, it's uninhabitable, it's not insurable, sorry. And we were like, what? It was just remodeled, and yes, it's livable. Like, what do you mean? They had very old records and nothing updated, so we were like, how did the construction not get updated? So there was just little hanty stuff about that, and it's a really small town, and, excuse me, so we weren't sure, but the inspector assured us, you're fine. You're actually fine. Like, none of this could have passed inspection, you know, if like, regardless whether it was 70s or 90s, this is in working order. This is in working order, so you'll be fine. So the other things that we brought up were the fireplace. It looks like someone took a sledgehammer. When you open it up the inside, the clean out, it looks like someone took a sledgehammer to the inside of it. It's complete rubble. He said, oh no, that'll work. They have put a new insert in it. You'll be fine. Nope, doesn't work. Never has. So I felt a little bit swindled, especially since we brought that up. The other thing we brought up were, hey, none of the windows open. And the ones that do open, like 2 of them out of all of them, have no screens. So that was something we asked for when we were doing our negotiations. Will you replace the windows? The answer was no. Will you at least put screens on the windows? The answer was no. Okay, whatever. They did agree to give us a 1-year warranty on all the appliances, because all the appliances in the kitchen were new, but the HVAC and the AC unit were clearly more than 27 years old. The date they were made is written right on them. And they're like to old code. I hate this marble, by the way, on this nail. So we mentioned, we brought it up, like anything, any major appliance, like an air conditioning unit, especially on a house that's been like sitting vacant, 27 years old, it's gonna take a, you know what, any day. Can you guys replace that? No. In Arkansas, if something's in working order, it's not even something you want to negotiate with the seller. It works, you're buying it, that's it. That's what we were told by our realtor and the inspector. So we figured, well, I guess we'll have to replace it. We have a warranty on everything. Because they did warranty Not just the new appliances, but the HVAC and the AC as well, okay? But when you're dealing with warranty, it's like dealing with an insurance company. They have all kinds of caveats as to why this and that isn't, they're not going to cover it and everything else. So it's like working with an insurance company to try to redeem a warranty. We already know that. So it's hot here, and we've been running the AC. Now, we moved here in the winter, so of course we were using the furnace with the heater. Not very often. It wasn't that cold, but yeah, we were running it. When the inspector was here, of course, we turned on the AC to make sure it was blowing cool air. He did all of that. So we brought up to the inspector and the realtor to take it to the sellers. We're not comfortable with this AC, we're not comfortable with the fireplace, and we're not comfortable with the HVAC. And we were just told, nah, sorry, that's all. You take it or leave it. So we took it, but we've been in this house 3 months. And already the fireplace doesn't work. This grape monomer, go get it. Love it. I think I mentioned it in my last video. Okay, so right here I did take a file to get like the lurking little bits of purple that I might have gotten on this. And even if I didn't get actual acrylic on it, you know, like the little staining, like your monomer. Like when your monomer brushes against it and you've used purple, it kind of stains. So I did a light, the word buffing and sanding is in my head, but that's not true. Filing. I did a light file, and now I'm going to cap. And by the way, I do have a lot of this sped up, you guys, because it's already 40 minutes, and I still have to do my 3D flowers and a little bit of bling after I cap. I did not keep in shaping or filing or top coats. So after I'm done with capping, you'll see the nails filed and top coated all of a sudden, and then again we go into a 3D flower and bling. So we mentioned those things and we were shot down, and that's fine. Like, whatever, what are you going to do? We decided to buy the house. So, but we've only been here 4 months, and already the fireplace doesn't work when we were assured it was, because that was the thing. If it works, they're not fixing it. Well, it doesn't work. Okay, so the heater worked fine for us the couple of months. Well, now it's summer. So we have 3 bedrooms. Our bedroom, Vanessa's office, and my nail room. In Vanessa's office, there are 3 closets. One has the water heater, one has the HVAC system, and one she keeps her clothes in. We're 2 girls, so we have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and all 3 closets are full of both of our clothes. I keep my clothes in the nail room, she keeps her clothes in her office, and then we have both of our stuff like coats and robes and other things like that in our bedroom closet. So she gets in her closet in her office every day to get dressed. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. The next thing is we're running the AC. It's hot, right? So first week we run the AC, we notice it's blowing hot air after like 2 days. Vanessa comes out to the unit and it's froze up. The coils, you can look down inside it and see they're completely iced over. So she calls a heating and cooling guy. He comes out with some kind of, charges us $350 to come out, put some Freon in it, and went around with some sniffer thing to make sure it wasn't leaking or whatever, I don't know. And then it worked fine after that. Then last week, Vanessa went to get her clothes out of her closet and saw some drops of water on the floor. And she's like, what's that? So she opens, she looks more, and she's like, where's that coming from? She finds out where it's coming from, which is the closet next to it, which is the closet with the HVAC. She opens that up. Keep in mind, we just had a guy out 2 weeks ago. But this is Arkansas, it's really humid, okay? So she opens that closet. It's full of mold. Our drywall, the whole closet, all of the walls of the closet and the floor and all of the like built up cabinet area that the HVAC is sitting on, completely flooded, completely molded over. So the mold like grew quick because it's so moist here. Because like I said, that guy was just in there. It wasn't flooded and moldy 2 weeks ago. The floors, the drops of water she saw. By the way, I'm like, when I cap, sometimes halfway through I will completely clean my area, my dapping dish, all my towels, wash my brush, and so that's what I'm showing you guys here. Anyway, so yeah, she finds that mess. Our entire HVAC has taken a caca. So we call our the guy we trust around here, the guy that did our fence and our enclosed patio, Colton. We called up Colton and said, you know, oh my God, first of all, it's 90 degrees. Our AC's, we can't turn it on. It's flooded, and we need you to come find out, like, how flooded is this? So he comes over right away. So awesome. Starts taking things apart, knocking down walls, pulls out the HVAC unit, pulls out our kitchen stove, because that bedroom shares a wall with our kitchen stove cabinets, to see how far the flooding went. Our kitchen walls are wet. Our flooring is wet. Luckily, they were able to move everything out of the way and dry all of that out, so it didn't have to be replaced. But we were panicking. We were like, oh my God, they're taking down the cabinets. We have to replace our kitchen walls. Just, oh my gosh. And the flooring. Oh my God, we were so scared. So we've been without AC. We went without AC for 2 weeks, but luckily I had the standalone AC unit that my grandma had given me for my nail salon. And that kept our whole house at like 72 degrees for the 2 days we didn't have AC. But Colton got his whole crew to just demolition all of that. He got the proper HVAC, heating and cooling guy, to be trusted out here, not the guy that charged us $350 for literally nothing, and then left not even explaining to us this HVAC is going to take a crap on you, like nothing. I wanted to show you that with this monomer, that Nina's clear. If you look at that towel over there that I just set down, you can see how clear my bead still was, but that my towel was yellowing. What I've learned from that, by the way, is your towel might yellow, but that doesn't mean it's yellowing on the nail. So that's not something you should be too alarmed with. However, I do notice that clears or monomer that yellow your towel will, especially after a few days, like if you look at a set of pop-off nails that you've left on your practice hand for a week, you come back to them, they're going to have a yellow look to them. They just are, especially if you've encapsulated something. I've definitely noticed that. Hardcore, hard yes. So no, acrylic isn't formulated or meant to be on a table towel, so most likely you're not going to get the right color out of it on the table towel. I understand that. That was me saying, huh, the mess. So I want to show you this Vita Bella practice hand. I'm going to keep talking though. I'm just showing you it's posable, how realistic it looks. It's gorgeous. The stand is beautiful. I do notice the acrylic shrinks though. Like if I come back the next day to file, the acrylic will always be like away from the cuticles. That's not the hand's fault. That's just typical with acrylic. But I'm just showing you guys what the cuticle area looks like, how strongly the magnet is on the, how strong the magnet is on the stand, how it doesn't tip over, how it's just great. This is such a good setup. Love her. All right, I'm gonna go in with the nail art, and let's see. I think I can blab at you guys for like 10 more minutes, maybe. So back to what I was saying about the Macart monomer. That was the only thing different. I'm showing you the double-sided tape and how these are adhered on. They stay on really well. Anyway, it did yellow. My table towel, it remains to be seen if nails are yellow a couple days later. I don't know, but I do know with my Kairose monomer, my table towel is never yellow. But I loved this grape. My hands smelled like grape for like 2 days. I think I mentioned in my last video. Fabulous monomer. It's a little pricey though. It's like $36 for 32 or 16 ounces, which I think I pay less for Kairose. I don't know. I haven't bought Kairose in a while because I bought my gallons before I left Tucson because I was getting it real cheap. So anyway, yeah, we ended up having to completely replace our entire HVAC, gut that closet, all new drywall, all new insulation. We did not have to replace our floors, thankfully. We didn't have to replace anything in the kitchen or the adjoining closet where she initially found the water. We were able to just dry that out. We had to get a completely new AC unit. And I will tell you, in Arizona, if I just had to buy an AC unit, first of all, the AC unit that was here, not only was it old, it was way too small for the house. This house is not big, but that AC unit was like for a studio apartment size, very small. So we got one that is adequate size for this house with a 10-year warranty, a brand new like Rheem, that brand RHEEM Rheem, which is like really good brand. Same with our HVAC, same brand. And I can tell you, just for the AC unit, in Tucson would have cost, just for that alone, would have cost the price that we paid for all of that to be done. The labor, the parts, everything. And they came right in and had it done in 2 days. I mean, the HVAC people and Colton, his crew in here doing the like demolition and reconstructing of it. And we had Colton put in a kitchen island, which we've been wanting, or we've been talking about. But he works so fast, and just you tell him an idea and he's like, oh, he's off to Home Depot to go get it. So 3D flowers, you guys, I've started learning a little bit more about them. Like, I can do 3D, but it doesn't mean I can do multicolored. It doesn't mean I can do different shapes. And I've started learning, like, I think I sometimes put too much acetone in my monomer because, and here's why, not because they harden up on me too much. Well, sometimes they do, but I always wonder why when I do a two-tone flower can I never see the second tone, no matter. Like you see me here, I'm really pressing to try to get to that purple underneath. And all it's doing is thinning out my flower and pushing the purple to the side. So I take this off because I want to see the purple like down the middle, like I see other people doing. Well, I think what it is that there's too much acetone. Even though the bead is letting me work with it and it seems like there's not too much acetone, I think if my bead was a little more wet, I would be able to get through to that purple. Because when I do get to one of the, like the very last flower I was able to see the purple, and that's when I realized, okay, that bead was more wet, etc. So I just am showing you guys, as always, my trials and errors. So anyway, you guys, I think we have like about 5 more minutes. That catches you up, I think, on everything around here. Oh, the other thing is, when Colton was here, Vanessa has wanted a back door ever since we moved in. So our back door is our garage. So we have 2 doors in the whole house, 2 exterior doors. One goes to the front yard, which we never use because that's like, we need to level that part of the yard out because since the house was vacant for so long. By the way, it was vacant because the local preacher in the town owned it, built it for his daughter. Daughter moved away and it's been vacant. He doesn't need it. He has his own house. So that's the story with that, basically, essentially. But the front yard floods a lot, especially near the front door. So it's hard to even use. We don't use that door. So the only door we do use is what would be considered the back door in this house, but it's not really. It's just our garage door. So to get to our porch or our backyard, we have to go through 2 more doors and around the corner because the garage used to be an enclosed, like, bedroom suite. Like an enclosed area. So when they knocked that out and made it a garage, there's this exterior door, like actually with a lock on it and everything, to even get into the porch or the backyard. So we don't have a back door that leads from anywhere in our house, like straight into our backyard. And Vanessa has thought that is weird and has disliked it ever since we even looked at the house. So she has wanted a back door. So to make us a back door, we're going to have to move our refrigerator, take down the 2 cabinets that are above our refrigerator, cut a hole in the wall of the house, put the door there, put the refrigerator back, like somewhere. I don't really know where the refrigerator is going to go, actually. And then we'll have the back door that goes straight into the backyard. So we could just open the door and let Jack out. Because what's been happening is he is a rat terrier. He is obsessed with squirrels. He's a squirrel hunting dog, like hardcore. And we have squirrels in our yard. There's squirrels all in this forest. He goes absolutely apeshit for them. Apeshit. Screams like a little girl. Doesn't even bark. He screams like a little girl when he sees one, thinks one's near. So he's obsessed with trying to get them. So what's been happening is we will come out our garage door and take the turn to come into the porch to let him in the backyard. And he takes off. He runs off into the forest squirrel hunting. Super fun for him. It's so exciting. Oh my God, I'm racing through the forest. I'm going to catch a squirrel. But we're panicked. There's stray dogs around here. We don't know if he's going to run off and we can't catch him. Like, he's a fast little guy. And so, no. So we have to pick him up every time or put him on a leash. We're back to that. So, no. I definitely want a back door, and we're going to put a doggy door in it. Colton already bought us the door. It's right here. So Monday starts the construction on that, and That's going to be so loud and so messy to literally take down a wall. And then he's also going to wire electricity to our kitchen island that he built us. So, yeah, that's what's up with me. Quite a lot. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty much the end of the set. I'm going to do one more flower. I'm going to crisp up the edges, and then we're going to go right into final pictures. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this set. I hope you guys enjoyed all my blathering and catching you guys up. I always think there's nothing to tell, and then I have like 40 minutes of talking to do of things that do happen. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoying this set. Hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!